As all of you have committed a breach of faith, the Archbishop will now pass judgment.
Inciting a kingdom noble to rebel. Unlawful entry. The attempted assassination of the Archbishop. An attack on the Holy Mausoleum. It is unnecessary to go on, followers of the Western Church.
What? We have nothing to do with the Western Church.
You have already been identified. Please spare us your second-rate theater.
Dishonoring a holy ceremony is worthy of death for a member of the Church. You are well past the hope of redemption. If you have any grace remaining, you will willingly offer your life as atonement for this crime.
No, this isn't what we were told would happen. We've been deceived!
It's no use arguing. Whatever your excuse, the punishment stands.
Wait a second, if they were deceived, it means there are some people outside of there who will still plot something in the back, right?
May your souls find peace as they return to the goddess.
Wait,
Also,
please! The goddess would never forgive you for our execution!
before I forget, welcome back everyone for the next part of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Monster. We know you've already slaughtered many of our fellow brethren like this.
This concludes the investigation. Please remove these poor lost souls from my sight.
There you have it. It seems the assassination attempt and the attack on the Holy Mausoleum were all the work of the Western Church. As for the masked knight who led the attack, I'm afraid his whereabouts are yet unknown.
It makes no sense that the Western Church would try such a thing.
It just goes to show that the Church of Seiros is not completely united. The Church is led by those here at Garreg Mach, and the Western Church doesn't have a strong voice on its governing council. I imagine the Western Church has harbored some resentment toward the Central Church for a while now.
The Western Church.
Ah, that's right. Geralt did say that you grew up outside the influence of the Church.
Right.
The Church of Seiros is split into a few branches across Fodlan. The largest being the Central Church, which is headquartered right here at Garreg Mach. The Western Church lies far to the west of Castle Gaspar, where Lord Lonato held his rebellion. It's
So that's
situated
why
on
the
the far
connection.
side of the kingdom's most impressive fortress, Aryan Road. I imagine the Western Church's intention was to eliminate Lady Rhea, and the Central Church's authority along with her. Naturally, the Knights will be riding out to question the Western Church's top officials. Or rather, to punish them.
When they do, Your Highness, we will likely be asked to help carry out said punishment.
Probably.
Indeed. Now, I don't mean to be rude, Professor, but I must say your situation is rather unusual. For someone to grow up in Fodlan and yet never have any contact with the Church of Seiros it's hard to believe.
Who knows? Maybe we try to avoid them. I mean, he didn't want to return to the Knights of Seiros, right? He wasn't even that happy about being found out by that Alois guy, right? At least during the beginning of the part, of this Let's Play.
I wonder why the Archbishop would hire someone like that as a professor.
So, those people from the Western Church were... Lady Rhea had them killed, didn't she?
Exactly.
Well, of course she did. Going against the teachings of Seiros like that, quite unforgivable.
Those who stray must be punished, I suppose. That said, Professor,
There you are, Professor. It seems Lady Rhea would like a word with you. Come
Oh
with me.
no. Oh no. What does she want from me now? Does she have regrets? Giving me the professor title?
The Archbishop lives.
Who the heck are you?
Not that I had ever placed much faith in those swine from the Western Church.
I have news, both good and bad. The remains of Seiros were not in a tomb. However, something else was. The Sword of the Creator.
Ah, the weapon wielded by that thief, the King of Liberation.
Thief? Huh. At any rate, it is now in the hands of the Academy's new professor. I doubt you will be surprised to hear that the crest stone had already been removed from the sword when it was found.
As expected. It would be foolish to keep both in the same location.
There's more. The Professor was able to awaken the sword's true power. Even without the crest stone, the sword glowed red. The Professor's crest is compatible. There is no mistaking it.
Absurd. Using a relic without its crest stone should be impossible. The King of Liberation's bloodline should not even...
They must be allowed to keep it, for now. I do not have enough information about the Professor to act. As for your request, I assent. The Death Knight is at your command. Use him well.
Good.
Uh-oh. Oh
I
no.
believe I will enjoy this a great deal.
Oh no. Am I supposed to fight that guy again? I wasn't able to defeat him, okay? I was not able to defeat the Death Knight.
I cannot thank you enough for defeating those invaders in the Holy Mausoleum, and especially for protecting the Sword of the Creator. That sword is one of the hero's relics, and the most precious artifact in the Church's possession. It is also a weapon of terrifying power. For now, I will entrust the sword to you. Please use it wisely.
Terrifying power. Unknown person. You don't know anything about me, but just hand me over that terrifying sword.
Lady Rhea, wait. Do you truly mean to give the Sword of the Creator to this stranger?
At least Seth has some common sense.
Surely it is not the sort of thing one hands over so readily, even to someone who has the ability to wield it. If someone like Nemesis were to appear again, all of Fodlan would be consumed by war.
Nemesis?
Nemesis, the King of Liberation. He is an ancient king of mankind who was defeated by Seros over 1,000 years ago. When Fodlan was attacked by wicked gods, it is said that the goddess gifted Nemesis with the Sword of the Creator. Nemesis used that sword to defeat the wicked gods, saving all of Fodlan. Henceforth, he was dubbed the King of Liberation. However, his power began to corrupt him until he himself turned to the darkness. Saint Seros was forced to destroy him. Lady Rhea, I beg you to reconsider. Given a little more time, we could more accurately assess this stranger's abilities.
No. I have faith, Sedith. Faith that our friend here will not be corrupted by wickedness. Since the death of Nemesis, none have been able to wield the Sword of the Creator. Now, after all those long years of being sealed away, it has returned and found a new master.
Huh.
I understand. As you wish, Lady Rhea. There you have it, Professor. See that you do not betray the trust the Archbishop has seen fit to bestow upon you.
Don't worry about it.
The Sword of the Creator? The King of Liberation? Each tale is more confusing than the last. And I really can't read that Rhea at all.
Oh, not only you. That woman is a complete mysterium.
That sword is clearly precious. So why is she so keen to gift the thing to you?
You know what? The sword choose me.
Is that a fact?
Of course, it's glow.
I feel as though we have become entangled in a mystery. And there is one more thing that has been plaguing me. The Sword of the Creator. It somehow feels distinct from other relics we have seen. Such as the one that... Oh goodness, what was her name?
Catherine? Catherine.
Yes, her. The Sword of the Creator is different from her Thunderbrand in one key way. It
had no
bears a
stone.
hole where something should have been, but is no more. I despise not knowing what is going on. It frightens me. And yet, I place my trust in you. I must. Whatever comes to pass, please swear to cut a path that is your own.
Part 1. White Clouds. Verdant Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds. The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
I must say, those little screens never gets old. I kinda like the design of those pictures. And we got money! Oh, something's going on.
I have a new mission for you, Professor.
Alright, the mission.
I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
Oh, is it the same kind of quest like killing those bandits?
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
Okay. And why was he disowned?
I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
They cast out their own sons just because they don't have a crest. Aren't they still able to carry out the bloodline and maybe give the crest to their children's?
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
Huh.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
You say that?
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear.
Are you
However,
so sure?
To ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
Oh, maybe he finally figured out which kind of crest I have. That would be nice.
I heard about our mission for this month. So, we are to eradicate thieves in Kingdom territory. I'm sorry for dragging you into the Kingdom's petty squabbles. This should not be your burden to bear, but my own.
Aww. But you know, it is my job. And actually, I'm happy to help, you know?
Thank you, Professor. Hearing you say that puts my mind at ease.
What's up?
Your
Music.
Highness? Ah, it's been ages.
Rodriguez! Ah, that was the father of Fe- I see the resemblance.
It's been a long time. 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, Your Highness. You've grown so much in those years. I hardly recognize you.
A friend of yours?
This is Rodrigue, an old friend of my father's. I believe I've mentioned him, if you recall.
Of course! The father of Felix!
When my father died 4 years ago, he looked after me as though I were his own son.
You flatter me, Your Highness. It was my honor to care for such a fine young man. It's nice to finally meet you, Professor. My son, Felix, has mentioned you on occasion.
Oh, good.
What brings you to the monastery, Rodrigue? Is it the thieves plaguing the kingdom?
I'm afraid so. This is not merely a problem for House Gautier, but for everyone. The thieves have set up their headquarters in Fraldarius territory, and are mercilessly pillaging the villagers of that area. You have our full support in stopping those dastards. I thank you for your help, both of you.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the Sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, At first, I failed to recognize its true nature.
Even after that many months of working on it? Henman, I thought you were a quest specialist.
Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess.
The crest of flames.
Your ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
Huh. Very, very interesting. Oh, somebody had a birthday. How about should I post a tea party? Sure, why not? It could increase my charm, right? How about some normal tea?
Thank you for your invitation. To what do I owe this surprise?
Oh, nothing special. I just want charm.
Thank you.
You know? I just want my own charm to increase. And maybe your own as well. Does it taste good? Because I have no idea. Good? Yeah? Okay. Time to talk. Last battle. I'm counting on you. Because you don't really look like somebody who likes to talk about battles. Next option. Equipment. Cute monks, huh? Yeah. Of course, you're a charming lady who likes to look for boys, I guess. Next, security, things that bother you. Things that bother you. After all, I'm completely interested in your troubles, my lady. And all that. We get to the last phase.
Am I that terrible of a woman? So I'm a little unkempt. What of it?
Are you that terrible of a woman? Disagree. See, you're not terrible. I praised you. And with that, a perfect tea party has been achieved. Now I could observe her and joke around. And nod.
Yeah.
And joke around. And banter. What are you doing? Drinking tea?
Oh, what
maybe look at your face.
Your gaze is sensuous. I don't hate it.
And yeah, now technically we can... Oh yeah. No. No, I will not go that low. Let's end this.
Thanks for the treat. Come by the infirmary anytime you need anything. I'll be waiting, Professor.
I'm still a woman, Manuela. I don't need that kind of treatment. But thanks for the charm! Alright, nothing to do on that Sunday. Oh well. You have allies who can take internal exams. Take a look. Oh! Oh, finally! Finally, that means somebody is able to learn their horse skills! Ah, yes! But he could also become a lord. First of all, I want you to learn your horse skills, because I want you to learn more about horses without relying on the group task all the time, you know? There we go.
Good results.
Do I want to change it right now? Probably not, because I still want to master the other abilities. It's going to give him depth, you know? Defense is always good. Anybody else beside of myself? No? Well, if that's the case, I'm just going to go ahead and learn Mercenary. Because, oh no, I need C. Ooh, wait. If that's the case, I mean, it's 67% chance. I'm just going to cheat the system for a second and save beforehand. Just to try out if I can do it. Right? I can try it out. Come on, 67%. Totally worth a chance. And... ah, I got it anyways. Great. See? Even though it was not 100%, I managed to pass it. But I don't need to change right now. I still need to master my other abilities. And mercenaries are actually really good. If you master that class, you're going to get advantage as a skill. And with advantage, you're able to hit first if an enemy attacks you while your HP is under 50%. It's very good situational, but I wouldn't rely on it too much because I don't really want to get my HP that low. I mean, there are some boosts. There are other abilities that boost yourself if you get to that level. But the risk of dying is so high that I don't really feel comfortable if I go that low. Anyways. How does it look? Exam is going to be tomorrow. That means I'm going to explore today. Yeah. Also, there should be more missions around for the day, right? Hey, Sotus!
The stone? The stone. I do not understand.
What stone are you talking about?
The pounding in my chest grows faster still.
What?
But is that me? Or is it you?
Or maybe us both. Nothing else to say? Nice to have this conversation with you. Oh, there are a lot of quests actually. Visit to Gerald. Tend to the Saints. Forge the Way. Rebel. Maintenance of training. Okay, let's start with the first quest.
So.
Hey there.
Professor. Gerald was looking for you.
And where is he?
It seems he has gone off somewhere.
Why isn't he waiting?
If he is not...
No! I skipped it!
I have something to ask
Here, accept the mission. Find Gerald. And accept this mission. Taking on more mission and assignment is a good way to keep up with your training. Head out onto the battlefield to further hone your skills. Of course! Quest battle. Yeah, that means I'm supposed to go to battle later on. You also have a quest?
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you.
Are you so sure about that?
May
I'm
I
not
ask
so sure.
a favor of you?
Sure. Find 2 students in your assigned house who are struggling with life in the monastery. Give them a herb to help alleviate their issues. Sounds easy enough. And I have 5 activity points. That's really good. That's really, really good, actually. I wonder where I'm gonna use it. Oh well. Hey, Leonori! Do you know where my father is?
Are you looking for Captain Gerald? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He
Why
was
didn't-
talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
A female knight. Oh. 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 Well then, let me just quickly go to him. Gerald! Wait, what? Catherine?
Oh, Gerald? He said something about visiting a grave.
Are you kidding me?
There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
Oh my god. Okay. Sedith, huh? And hey, Felix.
Professor, have you seen my son perchance? I have need of him.
I believe he's in his... No, actually he went out.
Is that so? I must ask him not to distract you, Professor, nor His Highness from the matter at hand. I must ask him.
Of course. Back to sets.
What? Go back. Ah, the graveyard. Of course I know it.
Why didn't you mention it beforehand if you already knew?
It can be a little hard to find. Would you like me to show you where it is?
Sure.
Very well.
You have discerned his whereabouts. You can now view his location on the map. Right over there. Okay, let's go there right away. There you are! What are you doing here?
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave.
Why is her grave here?
Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you, but she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Sorry about that strange cut, but my program had some sound issues and I had to completely restart the program, PC, console, everything, just in order to fix it. And at least I still managed to get the cutscene completely on the in the video, but the ending scene with Cetus giving me the rewards for finishing the quest was I kinda had to cut that out. But that's fine, it's fine. And now that we know that our mother lies in this grave, and we were far away from the church, means we were born here. I mean, she died after birth, right? That means we were born here, and then we ran away from the church. Maybe he didn't like the church because they weren't able to save her. Maybe it was related to that. Either ways, it's very interesting that we now finally learned something about our mother, right? Is there also a name? No, the name is not illegible. Ah, come on, at least tell me the name. You could have told me the name. Oh well. Let's go to the next mission. So, next up we have a mission right over here. Help me, huh? Of course I'm going to help you.
I could use your help.
Head to the Hunan Way and take down the bandits. New merchants will come to the monastery to sell their ware if they know the area is safe. Of course I would do that. Clearing the way. Sounds easy enough. Anything else around here? The blacksmith.
Could you help me out?
Find the iron dwelling material near the black markets and give it to the blacksmith. Once you do, you'll be able to ask the blacksmith forging weapons for you and also repair your stuff. Okay, and there's still one more quest I need to accept, right? Right near the fishing pond. Hey, Flane, have another mission for me?
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways?
What do you mean?
Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten.
Oh no!
Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I am certain my brother would disapprove.
What about your mission?
Might you help me with a favor?
Pick up the objects that are scattered on the ground in front of the saint's statue. The saint despict by these statues are known to perform miracles in the past, and they might bless you for your hard work. Of course I would do that. Of course. But first, I saw that there was something very close by. Right over there. And it already fulfilled another quest. That was right over here.
Count on you.
Well, that was a quick quest, right? There we go.
Hey there.
Now I can finally repair my stuff. There, see? It doesn't even cost half of the amount it would cost me to buy it new.
Is this it?
Yeah, repair it.
There you go.
Oh my god. That's not worth it yet. I'm gonna wait until it breaks. It's good. Still last. This one needs to be repaired.
Is this it? There you go.
This one has to be repaired.
Is this it? There you go.
Wait. Nothing. Good. This one needs to be repaired.
Is this it?
So much repairing.
There you go.
Finally! Finally! I don't need to buy new weapons just to break them again. So, now back to the other quests, okay? Ah! Here it is. Here it is.
Professor, did you happen to see that man I was looking for earlier? I just spotted him by the dining hall, but then he ran away.
I might have seen it.
Oh? You saw him by the entrance to the monastery? Thank you, Professor. Father, I found you at last.
Father? What? But here, wellness
A
herb.
lost item.
No? Okay, never mind then. How about the calming herb? Here.
Thank you so much.
There. Totally worked, right? Did it work? I'm not sure. Should have worked, right?
So.
No. Here you are, Ash.
That means that what right to...
Yeah, I know. I know. Here, I have a gift for you. I need to give you this, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I have to.
I
I finished up the
appreciate
mission. I got even more rewards. And now for the last part of the whole questline, or rather mission day. Let's pick up those random items. Right over... no. Pick it up. Right over here.
You have helped me so much.
There we go. Mission complete. Got a fish, got some vegetables. And now I can finally upgrade those statues. And by upgrading those statues, I'm able to improve my land skilling abilities, fate abilities, experience gain, class experience, divine pulse, land skills, and each statue has their own ability sets. I mean, this one improves bow, brawling, heavy armor, and more brawling. This one improves swords, reason, riding, which is very good, and divine pulse, axe, authority, flying, and fate. And basically, it's always good.
You're all set.
To boost all of them at least a bit, since I'm going to use axe, lance, and swords.
This one?
And it's going to be expensive very soon. I mean, look at this. 9,800 for the last upgrade.
This one?
But it's always good to upgrade those statues just to increase our overall learning experience. So now, what do I want? Authority is actually really good.
This one?
Authority is always good, and XP gain is also good.
You're all this one.
And now I'm also able to get flying.
You're all set.
And I could also get a Divine Pulse 1, but I don't need that right now. With 3 Divine Pulse, I already have enough as it is. So let it be like this. Reasons, right? Yeah.
This one?
Let's boost that up a bit. Since I'm also going to have a lot of riders in the future.
You're all set. This one?
Yeah, riding. There we go.
You're all set.
Now, how about this? Brawling? I don't have brawling. I have fate. Yeah, let's boost this up a bit.
You're all set. This one?
Also this. More XP is always good.
You're all set.
Now, I would technically also go for Classics P1, but I'm a little bit short on XP and renows. Anyways, with that, we have completed all the missions we can do in the monastery. There are some other quests as well, but I need to do those outside of this exploration part, since those are related to some battles. So yeah, I need another Sunday in order to do that, which means I need a complete other plan. Maybe I combine it with some work. You know, I always have at least one battle per month, and maybe I need to use 2 battles per month for this one. Oh no, oh well. Actually, I just noticed there are some supports I can watch. So how about I'm going to finish the part with some interesting supports. I'm going to check all of them, and I'm going to filter out the good ones. And which support do I have right here? Ooh, I can get Annette to B and Ingrid to C. Either way, I'm going to save those for later, since those are going to boost up their motivation to the max. Well done, let's start.
This tent is torn. Can you please fix this one first, Ash?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown if I...
No problem at all. I've had lots of practice with things like this. Happy to help however I can.
Oh. Well, thanks. Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
Well, yes. Sorry, no. I can't ask you to do that.
Ash, I've told you there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me. It doesn't feel right.
I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that. And while I'm being candid, I'd prefer it if you didn't speak so formally to me. We're supposed to be allies. We fought side by side as equals, haven't we?
I know, but to commoners like me, you're royalty. Regular folks normally only lay eyes on someone like you once or twice in their whole lives.
I understand, I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each city.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more. That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I've finished with the tent.
Ash, enough! Okay. I have a question. Answer me this. I don't normally eat sweets. So what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful. Oh, Your Highness, please, you mustn't.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go and fetch some.
He tricked you.
Your Highness, please come back. I'm
He
so
tricked
sorry.
you, Ash.
I'll make sure these repairs get done.
My goodness. Sword training again today? Don't overdo it, all right?
I certainly won't, but thanks for your concern, Mercedes. It's more of a hobby than anything, so don't worry too much.
A hobby? How wonderful! I would probably get tired of it, but that's just me.
Didn't you say you hope to take the sword test soon?
You're right. I completely forgot that's coming up. What should I do?
To be honest, I've been a bit worried as I haven't seen you at the training ground much.
Why didn't you say something sooner if you were so worried about me?
It didn't occur to me that you could have forgotten. But you're right. I should have mentioned it. As an apology, why don't you let me help you with your swordsmanship?
Why the hell would you want to use swords if you can use arrows and faith magic? Mercedes, what do you try to pull here?
You would do that for me? I'd really appreciate your help.
Okay, but keep in mind that since we're short on time, we may have to overdo it a little.
I don't like to overdo it, but if we must, I'll try my best.
It's settled. Let's begin. Don't tell me you've forgotten how to hold a sword. We have our work cut out for us.
I usually just hold the sword without thinking about my grip, you know? Let's see what happens now that you've shown me the proper way to handle it. I was nervous at first, but just look at me now. Yeah!
Oh my god. Is she
Wow.
actually good at it?
I didn't realize offering to help you would mean risking my life.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I just meant to swing the sword. I didn't think it would go flying like that. I'm impressed with how quickly you can dodge.
Yes, I know you didn't intend to murder me. Though that scare likely took years off my life.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this whole sword fighting thing.
Nonsense. It's far too early to give up. The first time I picked up a sword, I was much like you. It's true that different people are better suited to different things. But if you keep at it and refuse to give up, you're certain to improve.
Do you really think so? Thank you, Dimitri. It's very kind of you to... Oh, there's a rip in your cuff, Dimitri. How do you think...
It seems I didn't dodge your sword fast enough. Don't worry, I can easily repair it.
I'm the one who tore it, so I'll be the one who mends it. How does that sound?
No, please don't worry yourself over it. Just focus on your exam.
Mercedes, you look divine as always. Are you off to pray?
Oh, hello, Sylvain. I was just on my way to pray. How did you guess?
Well, because I've been watching your lovely...
Oh, I get it. You're the type who's always looking at girls, aren't you?
Of course, he's the perfect playboy.
I won't lie, I do enjoy beholding women, but I don't mean it like that with you. I know I sound like a dope. I think you're special.
Oh, really? You think I'm so clumsy that I need someone to watch over me. Is that why you can't take your eyes off me?
Pretty much. But actually, you keep everyone alive, so...
You're beautiful, and I mean that. You're... how can I put it without sounding even worse? Okay, here goes. I want to get to know you better. As friends, I mean.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, what's something you like?
I like to pray. I've been praying regularly since I was a child.
You grew up in the Empire, didn't you?
That's right. I was raised in House Bartels.
Bartels? I thought you were born to House Martreats.
It's a complicated story. I'm not sure that it's a very interesting one, but I'm happy to share it with you.
I don't mean to be nosy, if it's too personal.
Oh no, I don't mind. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. House Martreats fell shortly before I was born.
Oh.
My father passed away while my mother was still pregnant with me, so she had nowhere to go. After I was born, my mother ended up marrying the head of House Bartels. Shortly after, my mother bore a true Bartels child who bore a crest. She and I were treated as though we were no longer useful to the family after that.
You think the Bartels were just using her to secure a crest?
They must have been. My mother and I were removed from the family and forced to flee to a church in the kingdom.
What?
I abandoned the Bartels name and took up our old family name again.
So you grew up in a church. Okay, it makes more sense now why you're praying all the time.
Yes, oh, praying! I forgot that I was on my way to pray.
Right, and I interrupted you. Well, see you around, Mercedes.
Yes, see you!
House Bartels wanted a crest, and ruined other people's lives to get one. These idiots are all the same.